Marriott Hotel. Your telephone number has been pre-selected to receive a complimentary stay in one of our 5-star hotels. For further details, press 1 now. To be placed on the Do Not Call list, press 2 now. You are currently caller number 14, waiting to speak with a representative. Thank you for your patience. Good evening, my name is Alex. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
You guys called me about a promotion.
Oh, sorry, ma'am?
You called me about a promotion?
Yes, ma'am. In order for you to acquire a promotion, you must kill a nigger today before midnight.
After what?
Kill a nigger.
Did you just say that?
So 2 niggers, they will pay you the seat.
Where are you guys from? Hello?
Hello?
Where are you guys from and where did you get my phone number?
Hello?
Where did you get my phone number from?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Where did you get my phone number from?
From David.
And what did you say I have to kill?
Kill a nigger today or kill 2 for the suite.
Oh, and you guys work for Avis?
Yes, ma'am.
And your name is?
My name is Alex.
And where are you located?
Sorry, ma'am?
Where are you located, Alice?
Right here, ma'am.
Where is right there?
Right here, Illinois.
And where?
Illinois.
Illinois. And you're saying for me to kill a nigger or 2 niggers?
Yes, ma'am.
And
In order for you to acquire the normal room, it's 1 nigger. 2 niggers, you get the suite.
And your company, Avis, is what put you up to this?
Yes, ma'am. This is all because of Rebecca Peachy. Becky Peachy.
Who is that?
Becky Peachy, ma'am. She's the head of the KKK.
And she told you guys to make these phone calls? But it
Of
says
course, ma'am.
about...
We've been doing this for a week.
Really?
Everybody's getting promotions.
Okay. And what is your phone number over there?
No, it's not a phone number. We can only give you the email.
What?
BeckyPeachy@davisbudget.com.
And you're working for Avis Budget. Becky Peachy at Avis Budget. What's her last name? How to spell that?
BECKY.
Okay. And you're calling me from a 386 number. And how to spell her last name?
This is our Peachy, Peachy.
At avisbudget.com.
Correct.
And you said I can get a room at Marriott?
Yes, that's in conjunction with Avis.
Thank you so much.
What you just heard is a recording. The beginning part of the recording is not as loud as the ending because Aniya had her trusty earpods in. And initially, when this call came in, I was preparing for the Aniya A show. And I usually don't pick up phone calls that are from numbers I don't recognize because of all the spams and scams, et cetera, et cetera. However, when this call came through on, I want to say June 17th at 8:05 p.m. or possibly at 8:02 p.m., I was unprepared. I was unprepared because I never thought in a million years that I could be an amazing customer, client, a respected person in society, as well as a motivational speaker, an author, and entrepreneur, a national figure, especially when I'm on shows like the Dr. Oz show, or even an activist because I fight for others' rights. I never thought in a million years that Aniya A would pick up a phone call and on the other line would be a company that I love and I used to highly respect, and I've stayed at the Marriott Marquis a number of times, and I've spent thousands of dollars there. And when the recording comes on and I'm like hearing that I could possibly get a free promotion, who doesn't want a free promotion in 2020? I typically wouldn't answer the phone for any other agency or any other company because I don't believe in these phone calls. But when it's a company that I recognize, like the Marriott Marquis, I'm going to pick up. And on June 17th, my life basically was turned upside down. A lot of people may say and have stated that this is a scam, Aniya, that this call came in through this line, but it was not real. What do you mean it was not real? Number one, we're living in a society, and I just shared this on the Aniya A show publicly, where we are in COVID-19 pandemic era. That means a lot of these agencies have had to resort to moving their staff from working in the facility to wherever their homes are located or wherever offsite is, so that nobody's affected with COVID-19, aka the pandemic, aka the Rona. And when it's a company that has your file and has your information, and they reach out to you, offering you anything, the first thing you're going to think is, oh, they're giving back. And maybe they do need more clients, and maybe they do need our support, since more than likely their hotels have not been operating on full capacity. So I picked up the phone. By the way, my name is Aniya, and you're watching Aniya A After Hours, and these are my afterthoughts of the Aniya A show. And I wasn't going to go public, and I wasn't going to go live, because we are in such treacherous, horrid, venomous times presently. But I had to share this because I shared it on my text messages as well as via inbox messenger, because on my recording device on my phone, which is an Android, it wouldn't allow me to send this file directly to people like on YouTube or different files to different social media sites like Instagram, etc. But I was able to and smart enough to get the recording from my phone, put it on my Bluetooth speaker, and let you listen to this recording. And in the very beginning of the call, what you don't really hear because it's very low is the Marriott Marquis signature song, and their recording comes on when I picked up the call from a 386 number. And if people wonder why I picked up the call initially, well, 386 is in Florida, and I have a ton of friends and family in Florida, and I've done a ton of business in Florida. And even though I hate that racist state, I kind of have to pick up calls from Florida. And unbeknownst to me, I would be apprehended and accosted with a man named Alex on the other line. I don't even know if that's his real name, but whatever the case is. And he says, in order for me to get that free promotion, I would have to kill a nigger. You heard that correctly. A call coming from the Marriott Marquis, a multi-conglomerate organization that I used to stay at, who has all my files. Oh, let me do one better. Elite membership. Can you see that? Elite member. You know why I'm an elite? Excuse me. Do you know why I'm an elite member? I'll tell you. I've stayed at the Marriott so much, and one time they really screwed up my account. And by the time I got back to New York City, my bank, which was Wells Fargo at the time, alerts me and says, Aniya, it looks like you have several overdrawn charges, and now your account is super messed up. And I'm like, how is that possible? I was in the Marriott where I typically stay when I'm out of town. I'm not going to go into details because that's a safety hazard and a security breach on my part. And by the time I got to New York City, which was not that far away, I had all these trumped up charges. And I'm sharing this tonight for a number of reasons. When I got back in contact with Marriott, I was pleasant, but I wasn't as pleasant because they've played with my account by this point, and now I have a lot of overdraft charges, and that's not cool because when I stay at hotels, I'm not trashing your place. I'm not doing anything disorderly. When I leave your location, I'm cleaning up because I know that the people who clean your hotels don't look like Becky or Karen. They're typically Guadalupe, Marie, Sonja, or even Habiba, because they typically hire foreigners, aka women that typically look like me, to clean the hotels. So when I'm leaving any of the suites or any of the hotel rooms that I'm staying at, I'm cleaning the hell out of that place and I'm leaving a tip because I want Marie, Guadalupe, or Abiba to have something nice when a Black woman leaves that suite. Long story short, I've done my due diligence. I've contacted the Marriott Marquis. Oh, first of all, back to the original thought, I got that money back. That's why I got upgraded. Because you know what? Aniya A don't sit silent when you play with my money. I work hard for this. Moving forward, not only did I take the advice of my team, the activist world, the people that stand side by side with me when we're fighting for others' rights, because I didn't know what to do. I could not sleep for several days when I got a call that said if I wanted this promotion to kill a nigger and if I wanted the suite to kill two niggers because one room was one nigger and two rooms, or a suite rather, was two niggers. So I didn't know what to do. I put out an alert on social media, help, SOS, woman drowning, woman don't know what to do, woman needs support right now. Please, somebody talk to me. And a brother of mine in the movement calls me right away and says, Aniya, this is what you're going to do. You're going to file a complaint. You're going to call them at the Marriott to tell them what has happened and make sure that they handle this accordingly. And I did just that. I called and they did not respond. That shows me they don't care. I'm going to leave you with a couple of thoughts. This is not the typical after-hour show that I usually do. You know why? Because I'm angry. I'm now the angry woman that they don't want to see. People, again, may think this is a scam, but let me tell you something. Let me go back to something that happened recently. Recently, 45, aka your president, not my president, your president, got up on stage with his cocky ass and says, I think I heard somewhere, no facts, mind you, that if you drink bleach, you can cure yourself from COVID. And also, you're going to have to insert yourself through an IV or something with this lighting, and that light, and in combination with the bleach, it will cure you from the COVID-19. Thank you very much for this press conference. You guys can go home. We're good to go here. And that's a wrap. Do you know what happened after that press conference? The Centers of Disease Control got an alarming amount of numbers of calls from people that drank bleach thinking that they can cure themselves from COVID-19. The number of deaths went up. We don't know, and we don't have privy to the exact numbers. Want to know why? Because the government, as well as the healthcare professionals, were so embarrassed. They probably walked around like this for a few days, like, we don't work. We don't work for Trump, number one. And number two, we don't know what he was talking about. He's a super national figure, and he got up on stage and says that stupidness, and people really drank bleach and people did die. How does that correlate to this story tonight? I'll tell you. When you have somebody from a conglomerate like the Marriott Marquis calling your phone and telling you, oh, go out here, kill some black folks. George Floyd just happened. They're burning shit down anyway. We can kill these niggers if we want to. You know what happens? Somebody actually acts upon that call and then eventually gets off for killing black people that look like Aniya A, or possibly try to kill my ass. I don't know. Because you have the access. And then they plead insanity because They were told to do it by a multi-billion-dollar operation. Everybody is looking for an excuse to hurt people that look like me. When we say Black Lives Matter, we're not saying it because we just feel like it. Hear me good. You, Marriott, should be ashamed of yourself, because when I called you and when I shared with you my concerns, it doesn't matter what my name is. It doesn't matter who I am. You never even tried to investigate. You never even apologized. Do you know I couldn't sleep for days? You know I'm just now being able to sleep again? And I have nightmares? Do you even care? It doesn't affect you, Becky. Ironically enough, the woman's name on the recording, or the man that said her name, was Becky Peachy of the KKK. What are the damn odds? Some people may say, Aniya, this is a robocall. No, it's not. A robocall is a messaged call. A robocall I would not be able to communicate back and forth with, because a robocall is not a real human. This was a human who started off sounding like a white boy, then switched his accent to make him sound like a foreigner, and furthermore switched off from representing the Marriott to representing Avis Budget. Then when I restated that he is from the Marriott, he agrees. Is that a robocall to you? Because I don't think so. Long story short, I'm very angry. And one thing I despise more than anything in this world is disrespect and hatred, as well as racism. Because you know what? They all fall under the bigot category. How dare you call my personal line with such fuckery? How dare you? Did I ever do anything wrong to you? Have I ever called you people out of your names? Have I ever disrespected anybody that works at your facility, even when you screwed up on my account? Understand something. This recording is not going to stop being played. And Marriott, if I were you, I'd reach out to Aniya A, because I'm not taking this serious situation lightly whatsoever. It doesn't matter what the excuse is. I don't care if your teams that are working for you are off-site and you can't control their verbiage. You know what? You should have responded, though. At least with a sorry, at least with something stating that you understand where I'm coming from. I'm not asking you to rebuild Egypt in a day or rebuild the Sphinx's nose or anything that you guys should be actually doing, because you know what? You guys are treacherous out there, and people that are like you are racist and just out of control. I'm not asking for $1 billion. I'm just asking for an apology. Let's start there. Let's start with the fact that this hurts. Let's start with the fact that my life does matter, and that how would you feel? How would you feel if you were in my shoes, especially with the present climate that we're in presently today, every single freaking day? How would you feel? You guys never think about these things. You just think about yourselves and how none of this affects you unless it affects your damn pockets. And that is the ultimate insult, because obviously you had a paying customer, somebody who respected your facility, and this is how you treat a Black woman, a Haitian American, whose parents comes to this country to chase the American dream, to follow their hearts, become American, and have American children on American soil who pay taxpayer dollars, who abide by laws, who's not perfect, but who have gone to college, educated themselves, and give back to society. How would you feel? This was tonight's episode of the Aniya A show. We'll be back hopefully with a more positive, upbeat show tomorrow, or after hours thoughts tomorrow. But if you feel my pain, reach out to me, send me an email, and let's see how we can get an apology from the Marriott Marquis. Email me at theaniyaashow@gmail.com. Good night.